What's up guys, thanks for joining me on my channel again where I'm going to do a full review of the Elite FTS Swiss angle bar. Stay tuned, we're going to get into this. So since I gave you a sneak peek already from left to right of this bar and how fantastic it looks, let's go into a couple details real quick about this bar to see if it's something that you want for your gym. This bar is 7 feet long like most bars, right? Most bars that you're going to buy. It fits into your rack perfectly. As you guys can see, I have it on monoliths right now. Fits perfectly, 7 feet long altogether. It comes actually with Elite FTS logo on one side, nice and big. It's kind of like a paint slash sticker, I guess you could say. It will peel off if you're not careful, but it looks fantastic. And then on the other side, it's got the same thing, but just smaller. I think that's just a great little detail that they did compared to a lot of companies. Let's just say comparison to Rogue, which is a huge company and one of the top dogs in the industry who puts this little tiny sticker on their specialty bars. So once again, go back to it, 7 feet long. It does have like a black powder coating on it. It's got a little bit of a texture to it, which helps out a little bit with the grip on right here, right? So the handles have a tiny bit of grip, but it doesn't have a knurling like a regular barbell. So it might be something you might want to consider, but it doesn't slip. There's no slippage there when you're holding this bar, all right? But it's got the same texture all the way through the whole bar. Now, as far as when you come over, let's say to the endings here where the sleeves are, and we'll go a little more detail. I'm going to show you a little more as far as bar close up. It's the same material back here where your plates are going to go onto. Now, I haven't had too many problems as far as the paint on this bar with chipping and everything. There are a little bit of scratches here and there, and there was a chip that came on it when I did receive it, and I did get a hold of Elite FTS, and they actually took care of that by giving me a little bit of money back, which is fantastic. As far as the sleeves getting messed up, that's going to depend on what kind of plates you use, right? I have an older Rogue multi-grip bar, and because of the kind of plates that I used to have, it scratched up the sleeves really bad, made them chip, and that's a reputable company. This bar I haven't had that problem too much because of the fact of the kind of plates that I have, as you guys can see right there with the 12-sided plates. The metal in between there, the insert where the hole is built a little bit differently, kind of like bumper plates in a sense, but it actually has a curve to it. So I have not had that problem where the plates nick the sleeves or any of my equipment whatsoever. So that's going to depend on what kind of plates you have if it's going to nick up this bar. The bar, I believe, weighs around 35 pounds. I'm guessing there. I can't find it on the website, but I can tell you it definitely does not feel like 45 pounds. It feels a lot lighter, which I'll be honest, I kind of like. It does have two angles here, right? Well, at this point, it's one angle. When you flip it around, the angle obviously changes. So it gives you two kind of grips, whether or not you're looking at a supinate or more of like kind of a pronate, in between a neutral and a pronate kind of grip, which is what it gives you. And the next, we're going to go into the different exercises you could do with this. But I want to just kind of give you some details of this bar, and I can tell you that I love it. So let's go ahead and get a little closer. I'm going to turn the camera around and give you more details left to right as far as how this bar looks and some description while I do that. So back to the bar here, and I know I already showed you guys left to right real quick, but I want to go back into this and kind of go over some details so you guys understand what I'm looking at here. The ends have a little bit of a plastic cap there. That's just plastic on both ends right there. No problems when it came in, having any issues of coming out or anything like that. I know this looks like it's scratched up really bad, but it really isn't. It's just kind of the lighting. I've had no issues with this bar as far as this goes. You know, the quality I think is pretty top notch. Like I said, it had a couple little nicks on it when it came in, but nothing big. The welding is really nice on this. I didn't get it with any kind of spurs, little spurs sticking out that will cut you when you grab it. This welding here I know is probably very difficult to do, and to me I don't think it looks bad whatsoever. Did have a little bit of discoloring here, but that's nothing too big. Like I said, the logo on both sides came in really nice. I love that they did this with this bar. I think it's pretty cool looking. Going back down, like I said, once again, welding looks good, no spurs, no problems, and all the way down here. Now, like I said, this is going to depend on what kind of plates you have. If you have plates that the metal inserts are kind of sharp, it is going to tear this up, right? But my plates, as I show you here, if you watch my video, go back on my videos, you can actually see a full review of these plates. These are the urethane 12-sided plates, and they round here on the inside of the metal. And that's why I don't have any issue as far as it nicking stuff up. I was afraid that was going to happen. Oops, excuse my fingers. I was afraid that was actually going to happen with this over here for my lat pull down machine, but it hasn't scratched that up whatsoever because of the kind of plates that we have there. All right, guys, let's go ahead and turn this back around so I can give you some ideas of how you might want to use this bar. All right, now that you guys seen the bar a little closer, let's go over some exercises you can do with this bar. And I think it's kind of unlimited, to be totally honest with you. I want to kind of explain some things that I do with this bar so you can get kind of an idea if this is something you're looking for. I love specialty bars, and I love this bar because of the fact that it lets me do certain exercises that I love to do. Bench press, shoulder press. Those are the two main things that I do with this. Sometimes bent over rows or chest supported row, but it allows me to get different angles with my hand positioning so that it kind of tricks the muscles a little bit, right? You're teasing the muscles in a different way. Instead of bench pressing this way each time, you're now moving your hands either this position or this position, which is going to work that chest in a different way and work different parts of your body, right? So with that said, let's grab the bar. All right, so let's say you want to hold it like this, more of a reverse grip. Yes, you could do curls. I don't do curls with this bar, but you could. Feels like a really good angle. It's almost like having a curl bar if you don't have one. I have a curl bar, so I don't worry about that. You could do shoulder presses, right? If you've never done a reverse grip shoulder press, try it. With that said, also reverse grip bench press. If you've never tried that exercise, try it. You don't even have to have one of these bars, but the angle on this bar for doing a reverse bench or reverse shoulder press is fantastic. It feels good on my shoulders, feels good on my chest. I get a great pump from it, and I love the variety of the same exercises that I love to do. All right, so flipping this around, I think I hit the ceiling. Now, you're gonna get more of a pronate / neutral grip when you hold it this way. Once again, bench pressing, right? Shoulder press. Or if you really want to get creative, you can do triceps. I don't do that because I have a bar for it. Okay, now, same way, you can do a bent over row with this way, or you can reverse it and do the bent over row that way. So those are some simple exercises that I like to do with it. Those are exercises I love doing. Bench press, shoulder press, rows, and I love having specialty bars because it really allows you to have a variety of ways of doing the same exercise you love to do. Okay, so let's get this bar again. Because if I don't hold the bar and if I don't show you the bar, what's the point, right? That's what you want to see, it's not me. So, in conclusion with this bar, I would highly, highly suggest if you're looking for a Swiss angle kind of bar to go with the one from Elite FTS. You can find these from other companies. When I was looking for different kind of specialty bars, I looked on Rogue, and I do have I have two of their specialty bars. I have a fat bar and I have a multiple grip bar. And the multi-grip bar actually has angles for the grips, which is nice. But they don't have much variety in my opinion as far as specialty bars with Rogue Fitness. I looked at Titan Fitness, I looked at Elite FTS, I looked at Sornex, and to be honest, the two biggest companies that had the most variety on them was Titan Fitness and Elite FTS. Now, like I've said in the past, I'm not a big fan of Titan Fitness, right? That's my own opinion. If you have them, you like them, that's great. Everybody's allowed to their own opinion. I went with Elite FTS. Now, Titan Fitness is going to be cheaper, but you get what you pay for. Elite FTS is going to be a little more expensive, but I can tell you this is high quality. They are a powerlifting company who makes equipment for powerlifters. This can handle way, way more than I can put on and I can lift. So it is great quality. I'm very, very happy that I went with them. I also have another bar from them, and later on in life, I'll probably buy a third bar from them, to be honest. So if you're looking for a good Swiss angle bar, and I love this angle here, I would go with this one, okay? Now, if you guys have any comments, any questions, please leave it down there. I will get back to you as quick as possible. I like to respond as quick as possible so you guys can get your answers. If you've seen another bar in my past videos that you want to get a review on, that I could do a little more in-depth review on like I did with this, please leave a comment and I'll try to get onto that. We've got more content coming to you guys. Got some new equipment that's going to be coming in the gym in 2021 here. Hopefully by March, maybe April, we'll see. Hopefully by the end of February. And once we get that equipment in, we will be doing some reviews on that as well. If you haven't watched the previous videos, please watch them. Please like them, share them. That way other people can get this same content, guys. Once again, Elite FTS Swiss Angle Bar. I love it. And remember, guys, always live like a 10.